Can I just quantify what we have, what we can have on the board? I'm just creating a range. It's until 4. Okay. Oh, that's good to know. Well, we're gonna be doing some rational functions actually. Multiply answer. Well, we're gonna do arithmetic with rational functions, or fractions with polynomial functions, either underneath or above them. Let me get some good ones, because honestly, I just want to go over them. These honestly are gonna be like your best friends if you learn how to like rationalize properly, which is really good. Yeah. So let me get actually I have my own packet of markers. It's really nice. I got my own packet. I thought it was only one, but when I received the package, it came with 2 of them. So I have like markers right now. Yeah. Yeah, so this one, we're just solving where, what variables cannot be equal to x during the graph, because, let's do the first one that I have here. X squared 4x plus, oh, it's actually minus, my bad. Yeah, minus 12 all over 3x plus 6, I'm pretty sure. Minus 6. Yeah. Minus 6. Okay. So here we're gonna simplify. Yeah, simplify. Yeah. That's it. Majority of the part. Here we can already solve for what point will not be equal to what's it called? Cannot be 0, because it becomes discontinuous due to the denominator being equal to 0, because you can't have 1 over 0. This makes it undefined. And when we mean undefined, so let's say that we have, this is square root, basically. I'm pretty sure. It's just a rough sketch. It's just a general, like, what do we call it? A general graph. There you go. And at one point, we're gonna have a 0. And we're looking for that 0. Let's name it t. T, this is the scale of x and y. Okay? We have an x and y graph, okay? And t is the variable that we're looking for, because t cannot equal to x, because it gives us 1 over 0, or much better, n is equal to all real numbers, basically. By all real numbers, I specifically mean integers. This is the integer set. I'll expand a little bit more on it, but honestly, I don't know if you guys can see me. That's like the bad problem. This is a new room, so I'm trying out a new room. This is actually where I do my calculus too. And we're using the Z set, or the integer set, as a quantifier that we can installate here. Because n is just, let me create the set right now. I skipped -1, 0, 2, 3. Honestly, I don't know how to make the brackets neatly, so I just read like I scribble in the middle to make it look like it. But since here we have dots, the dots indicate that it's going forever, like continuously, to the left side or the right side. And this can also be written as the domain. Oh, domain wouldn't be the right word in this situation, because domain means that we're looking for the domain is usually for functions, and that function here here in this function, I'm honestly gonna put an arrow. This looks like a quadratic going downwards. Honestly, it gives me PTSD from physics. Yeah. Projectile motion. Oh my god. I can go on and on about it. But yeah, this is the reason why we cannot have it, because we get a hole inside the function. And we have 0 here. So we can actually solve it right now. The x when it cannot be equal to some number. Yeah, so here, since the denominator is just basically the indicator, that means that it makes it undeterminate. Yeah, undeterminate. Let's think of undeterminate. Yeah, is that undeterminate? Honestly, I've messed up my words now. I don't even know which is which. Yeah, because you have indeterminate, undefined. This is undefined. Yeah, this is undefined. Yeah, or some professors, honestly, I haven't encountered this in my calculus class. You just use does not exist. But this is more of an indicator when you're doing limits. Oh, we'll talk about limits in a different day. Hopefully I can go over it by tomorrow, honestly. Oh, honestly, no, I cannot do that tomorrow. I have work. But here, we can simplify this even further. Here, I'm just gonna show you a technique that I learned at high school, which is kind of useful. Yeah. It's useful, but there's times where something else you can do something else rather than this. Yeah. 6, 2. And honestly, if you want to use the quadratic formula, I stopped using. I don't remember when was the last time I used the quadratic formula. I think I used it for physics, because, well, actually, did I use it for physics? No, I just used a different technique. But I probably want to make a video on other ways of factoring, because we have another one, completing the square quadratic equation. That one is a factoring one. And actually, that's a lie. You cannot factor the quadratic equation. No, it just helps you look for x. Yeah. Oh, that's the purpose of quadratic. Let me not disengage on this. Yeah. Let me check if I'm recording. Yeah, it's been 10 minutes. Wow. Probably. I was gonna record in 12K resolution. No, I'm joking. Not 12K. Yeah. So the method of this is basically here you have your coefficient and your x squared. Here you have your coefficient in your x, and here we have our constant, and here we're just factoring out the things out. So x squared can be separated as x times x, and here you multiply like this, multiply like that, so you get 6x, and oh, I factor out the 12 also. So you have to have a negative number to make it work. If not, you'll have either, it's only a negative number. Like you have to have one number that's negative. So that's why I picked -2 and 6, because if I do the addition here, this arrow means addition. So you're adding up what's it called? The linear, the x's, basically. You're adding up the x's. That results into 4x. Yeah. So here, and here, we can just factor out down here. We can remove a 3, basically. Minus 2x. Yeah. And here, since we have x equals x minus 2, we're gonna use the zero product property. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, or I'm just making things up. Where we make this equal to 0, and we just solve for the solution. X will equal to 2. And this will give you the answer, what we're looking for, that what variables cannot equal to 0 in the denominator, or make it discontinuous at that spot. Yeah. So to make it, to write it down notation wise, I'm gonna erase this. I'm just gonna write it over here. X cannot equal to 2. Okay. Well, let's move on and let's do the arithmetic. Oh, not arithmetic, some algebraic manipulation. That's the word. Yeah. So we have x minus 2, parentheses, open and close parentheses, x plus 6. Here I'm getting the factors from here. This table, I think this is, I honestly don't remember the name. I just learned it at school. But I think there was a guy that made it up. I'm pretty sure there was a guy that made it up. This wouldn't exist without a guy. Or someone, not a guy, just someone in general made it up. Yeah. But here, we have x minus 2. Oh, 3 times parentheses x minus 2. Since we have x minus 2 and x minus 2 here, we have one in the numerator and one in the denominator, we can just basically cross them out. Because if you divide these, actually, it gives you 1. So we're not erasing them, they just become 1. like number 1. So you're basically are gonna left with x plus 6 all over 3. That will be your function. And you can simplify this. Let me rewrite this here. You can simplify it, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty simplified. Yeah. This will be your solution. And semicolon x cannot equal to simplification and evaluating the x when it cannot equal to that variable, that number. Yeah. So I'm just gonna move on. I'm just gonna do rational functions for right now, because honestly, you guys couldn't see that. This is the tablet method here. I forgot we had a border, and I went off. So here I was explaining that here you get your factors out of it. You can work, like you can use this when you're distributing actually. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna talk about the binomial theorem eventually. A binomial theorem, honestly, is an OP tool when you're using binomials, specifically binomials with a degree, like x minus 2, parentheses, n. N, honestly, you're gonna see n if you move on from pre-calc. I'm doing pre-calc review. Some pre-calc review, because I was helping a friend out yesterday, and honestly, it made me nostalgic of pre-calc. So yeah, and honestly, I shouldn't start with the calculus. I forgot this is a tutorial channel, but I also talk about my life here. So basically, I just want to go over very foundational things with you guys to help you with calculus. Because if you learn these things, genuinely, these things right here, because if we were to have like a number, give or take 2, 8, yes. So I'm gonna be introducing something that is gonna be influential inside calculus. You're gonna see it everywhere in calculus. Even if you don't see it, it's still there, for sure. So here, we have, so up there we had the tabular method of factoring out the quadratic equation. But here, we're gonna talk about something that's really nice. That is, I was saying, is very integral for calculus. This is called the limit. Right here. I write my limits like this, or just give it a little curve, just to make it nice. And here, I was talking about indeterminates and undefined. We're gonna talk about the undefined property right here, undefined. Because what limits, they help us define if a function is continuous. Oh, no. Well, they do help you figure out if a function is continuous. But here, it can also show you where you have a spot in the function where, I'm sorry that I'm saying so much. Yeah. Where it makes it discontinuous. Yeah, but I'll show you graphically. Here we have the answer, like simplified, and here we have the expanded for the unsimplified version. So here we're gonna talk about a limit. Okay, limits are basically, I don't know if you can see it. So limits, we have a dot here. A limit, let's say, and y is equal to f of x. Okay? So, and let's give this a coordinate. Let's call it b. Okay? So if we were to look for the limit of b, we can actually, let me write down the notation for limits, honestly. Let me write down the notation for limits. Limits, and since we're using x's as our independent variable, the way that I memorize it, independent and dependent, honestly, I don't know if my high school teacher is gonna see this, but if he ever does, thank you, Loftus and Piscina, for math and science. Yeah, and my teacher, Loftus, Mr. Loftus, he showed me a way to memorize it, basically. So I just make an I for independent. So when it connects independent, your independent is whatever is in the x-axis. And when you're looking for your dependent variable, you make a D. So it's so nice. Yeah. I appreciate it. And Piscina, my teacher Piscina, he taught me pre-cal. So yeah, I appreciate him for that also. Honestly, I wouldn't have this love for math if it wasn't for Piscina's way of teaching. He's very inspirational. So here we're going to talk about the notation. Here we have the limit. In majority of books, they write the limit basically limit. I misspelled limit, but limit as x approaches b of the function f of x. Yeah. So since here, you're gonna learn this later on. You're gonna have left side and right hand limits. The left side is when you have the negative, and you're just going this way, negative. How I memorize it is I just use the first quadrant, and wherever the first quadrant is going this way, to the right. Yeah, the right. And for the positive, I use the first quadrant. Did I say the first quadrant? I meant the second quadrant that's going into the first quadrant, or the y-intercept. And the positive, or the right-hand limit, it's from positive, or it's not from positive, but I just say it's from positive. So it's going towards the y-intercept. So it's going this way, that way. And this is for right hand. I just noticed it. I just started teaching calculus. Well, I'm just trying to make a point here. I'll make it quick. We'll talk about it more, but if you want, leave in the comments something that I can talk about. And here we have, honestly, that's a perfect notation, but for this, and let's give this C, right there. So wherever you have your limit, since here we have a positive, let's remove the positive. That means right hand, this is negative. When there's a negative on top of your number, B is always represented with an integer. I don't know if you guys can see, so I'm sorry if you cannot see. I'll do better next time, but definitely. And here, since we don't have an indicator of where it's coming from, left or right, it's just both. They're both approaching something where B is. So here we'll have C as a variable. But yeah, since I gave you the introduction of the limits, I'll show you something here. I'm gonna use the limit. Since here we have x cannot equal to 2, I'm gonna make that as our limit. So I'm gonna rewrite it. X squared plus 4x minus 12 over 3x minus 6 as the limit is approaching x. As the limit of x is approaching 2. I'm gonna substitute it in. I know it's undeterminate, but I'm gonna show you why you need to simplify, and that'll help you find out the limit actually, without having an indeterminate. This is one of the ways of finding a limit via algebra. This is one of the methods that you will learn when you're taking calculus. So it's very vigilant for you to pay attention here, or make a foundation actually, because honestly, I still see this until Cal 2, and I don't know if I have friends that are taking Cal 3, but we don't really speak about math because they're not big math people. Yeah. Or they're more physics orientated. I'm more of a math person. Yeah. I like math. Like, honestly, I find this beautiful. It's really nice. Yeah. But I'm gonna substitute. I'm just gonna notate it here. I'm gonna erase this, by the way. I'll leave the solution for the limit, or leave the factor out versions of it, so we have the same equation. But I don't know if I'm gonna talk about adding or subtracting, but I'll probably do adding subtracting as the last bit, and the last 2 minutes of the video I'll just talk about how my week was. So here we have 4 plus 8 minus 12. 4 and 8 equals to 12. So here we have 0. And here we have 6 minus 6. 0. Honestly, I don't remember. Well, this is just to show you that it's becoming an indeterminate. When you have an indeterminate, it's when you have 0 over 0, or infinity over infinity. Yeah, those are some good ones. There's many ways of showing indeterminate, but I don't memorize them all. But here, since we have it simplified over here, we can actually find the limit, because this is actually what you do when you have an indeterminate function. When you have a limit that is indeterminate in this rational function. For the most part, when you have a rational function is polynomial over polynomial. These are polynomials. A polynomial is anything that has a degree. Degree is the number above the exponent. Yeah. But it's polynomial over polynomial. Yeah. And constants are considered polynomials because constants can be written as x0. x0 is one of the properties that we have for exponents. So x0 is actually equal to 1. That's a valuable thing to remember. You can have e to the 0 and then equals to 1. This is actually one of the properties for e. So it's good to memorize. But since here it's indeterminate, since we already simplified and we did all the math here, we can actually find the limit as x approaches 2 from this function, x plus 6 over 3, which if we simplify 2, we'll get 8 over 3 as our limit for that function. This is really nice, right? And there's something that you're gonna learn in calculus that makes this actually way easier, but there's one condition to it. It has to be continuous. And since these are polynomials, actually, polynomials are defined from their continuity. So you can actually use this limit. This thing that you're gonna learn. So I don't know how to spell it, but we call it little hope. Little hope. Or I know how to say it. L'Hopital's rule. L'Hopital's rule is something that L'Hopital's rule. We're gonna do it here. So let me actually L'Hopital's rule. You can use it as a definition. Oh, I'm not giving like rigorous definitions here. So as the limit, this is not my marker. I'll do it with green. As the limit approaches x of 2 of this function, x squared plus 4x minus 12 all over 3x minus 6. Since we already justified this is undefined or indeterminate, two different things. Undefined and indeterminate. Indeterminate, that means you can use the L'Hopital rule. This is one of the conditions for using L'Hopital's rule. It has to be indeterminate. You cannot use it unless it's indeterminate. So L'Hopital's rule is basically you derive, let me move the limit, you derive the bottom and the top. You derive the bottom and the top. You don't do quotient rule. And we're not going to talk about quotient rule for any time soon. Because I'm not really here to do calculus. I'm here to do pre-cal. Keep forgetting. Yeah, but we're going to use power rule for these. So this is, write down what you did here. So you're doing L'Hopital's rule to this right here. So 2x plus 4 is equal to 3. Don't forget your limit, by the way. And now we can actually substitute. So if we substitute 2 here, we have 4. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. 8 of 3. So gives you the same solution. This is L'Hopital's rule. And I don't know when Cal will learn to be honest. I think it's after related rates or what's it called? Related rates. You can pause the video, like go back a bit and pause it. Yeah. But yeah. I think you learn it after related rates. Like, after implicit. No, you have to learn implicit, you related rates. Okay. We're gonna do another one. I'm just gonna show the process quickly. I'll just add parentheses because I added a parenthesis. I don't want to erase it. So here, I'm gonna say, I don't know what people call it, but some people call it the butterfly or something. Or honestly, you can do this, multiplied by 1, both sides. Like, yeah, multiplying. Yeah, just multiply the denominator and the numerator, the denominators together. So you're gonna multiply here, you're gonna multiply like this, and you're gonna multiply like this. The reason why they call it the butterfly is because it makes like a butterfly. Something like that. Something like this. And you're doing diagonal. You're multiplying diagonally and horizontally for the denominator. So here we had 2. Yeah. 2 minus 1 over 3 minus x minus 1. So here we're going to make it equal. To be honest, to simplify some things, actually I'll show all my work. I was going to show all my work, but I'm going to multiply it across first to have this denominator so we can subtract. So here we have 3. Well, we're going to do distribution property. X minus 1. And this should equal to x squared minus x minus 3x plus 4 plus 3. Anyway, this is a 3. You cannot see it. Let me see. Yeah, I can actually see it. I don't know if my phone is still recording. It is. Oh, you can see it. That's nice. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so here we have the factor, distribute 1. I'm just going to rewrite it because these can add. Okay, so here we have our new denominator, x squared minus 4x plus 3 minus x squared minus 4x plus 3. They're going to be in the actuality, we're actually trying to find the factor out versions of these. Honestly, you don't have to distribute, to be honest. Yeah. That was a mistake of mine, that you didn't have to distribute. I also used to distribute. Let me actually check. Yeah, you don't have to distribute. Because we're going to find for our things that cannot be equal to x. So yeah. Here, we can rewrite it as x minus 3 of times x minus 1. And same thing here. And since we're doing the butterfly method to multiply fractions, you're multiplying diagonally now. So this would be 2x of this. And here, since we have 1, you don't have to write down the 1. And you can multiply diagonally this side. So you're going to have left with the x minus 3. And we can rewrite this as 2 of x minus 1 minus x minus 3 of x minus 3 of x minus 1. I'm not including the parentheses, but I am including the parentheses. I'm not saying it when I'm writing it down. But here, since we already have this, you can't simplify this. Those are like the simplest forms of them. But this is what you're adding basically. But here, we're finding out for the x's that cannot be equal to these variables because it gives us a 0. Because the denominator, like we said, cannot be undefined. So here we have x minus 3, and we'll equal it to 0, and x minus 1 equal it to 0. We'll do an algebraic manipulation here, x minus 1. Here we have like simplified version of it, like combining them together, basically. That's the purpose of this method. Honestly, you can skip this part and just start rewriting here. Only if you're doing 2 fractions. Not if you're doing like multiple fractions, because it does mess you up. Okay. And I'll include my semicolon. And x cannot equal to either 1 or 3. There you go. That should give you valid points for the exam, if you have them. So you can do this method either for addition or subtraction, because the only thing that's changing in addition, since we have a negative there, addition is the same thing. That everything changes here. Like, only the numerator changes. The denominator doesn't change. So, your extraneous solutions cannot be equal. Not extraneous, your indeterminate solutions cannot be equal to that. Cannot be equal to x. I'll leave it here for like 2 more seconds. Start erasing. And I think I'll do a bit of I'm gonna skip multiplication because I'm gonna go to division. Okay? Because division and multiplication are like similar steps. The only thing in division is just there's one extra step that changes it, but it's not that bad of an extra step. Where's the eraser? It was supposed to be 2x plus 1. Okay, here's the function that we're having to divide. So what we're going to do here Honestly, you can actually start factoring out things. So you can do that. But here we're gonna do the reciprocal. The reciprocal means when you're dividing a fraction, you can just flip it. So let me show you. Let me do it with black marker. So here, the numerator stays the same. 2x plus x minus 6 all over 4 x squared minus 1 times, since we did the reciprocal, now we can multiply. X squared plus 2x minus 1, plus 1, and x squared minus 4. That's the reciprocal of this. You can only do it when you're dividing, not multiplying. Okay? And we're gonna start factoring out things. We're gonna do our factor thing, the chart. And we have to divide 6 into two numbers, then multiply each other. That gives us x. This would be three. Yeah, it's gonna be 3 and 2. No. 2 and 3. Since we have positive here, the biggest number is gonna have negative. Oh, the smallest number is gonna have the negative. Yeah, because we're gonna add them, basically. So here we have negative 4x. I messed up. I wasn't right here. I forgot we had a 2 here. So here we can erase the negative. Here we're gonna have negative 3x. And when you do the math, you get x. So this is the factor out of this one. And we can do the same thing here. This one is easier, but yeah. We can rewrite stuff now. And let's factor out these also. Since this is one of the properties when you have a negative and an x squared and a negative constant. A negative constant that is either 1 or even. Okay? Even, yeah. 6. Oh no. A perfect square, yes. Yeah. Oh. Any number that can be square rooted. Okay? Square root is the inverse of square. Okay. So here we can factor out as x minus 1, x minus plus 1. This is one of the properties of when you have minus 1. I think this is called the difference of squares, I think? Not difference of squares. Actually, let me actually search up the name of it, you know. 50 minutes recording. Yeah, this is the difference of squares. Yeah. Difference of squares. This is called what I did here is difference of squares. If you need help, I'll elaborate later. And here, since we have a negative, and a perfect square here, you can do the difference of squares again. Since square root of 4 is plus or minus. That's the main reasoning why you can do that. Yeah. Because if you were to use the table, you have to include 0x here. And since you have the table, and you have a negative here, one of your numbers have to be negative, and it will cancel out each other, or make it equal to 0. So since here we already have the factors, we can rewrite it down finally. So here we have 2x minus 3 of x plus, I almost choked from myself out of, x minus 1 plus or minus x, whatever here. Did not rewrite it, that's why. And since here we have the simple binomial, we can just rewrite it as x plus 1 with a degree of 2. Because the degree just means plus 1 degree. It's same thing as x plus 1, x plus 1. It's basically that, same thing. Okay. And here we have 1, x minus 2, x plus 2. And we're just gonna look for parentheses that match the bottom, basically. So since here we have x plus 2, we can cross it out, and here we have x plus 2, which makes it into 1, okay? 1. And here we have x plus 1. We're gonna cross out one of these, and we're gonna be left just 1. Well, I don't know why I crossed it out, but yeah, the idea was there, crossing out one of them. So we're just left with 1, not 2. And honestly, I should have done it before we simplify. We're gonna look for the variables when x cannot be equal to x cannot be equal to 0. Oh, yeah, when x is equal to 0 in the bottom. Honestly, you could have done it here. Yeah, you could have done it here. I'll show you how to do it here, but x squared minus 1 is equal to 0. X squared equal to 1. And square root of x squared is equal to square root, which just makes it into, I want to say, this is one of the definitions for the absolute value, but you don't have to include it. X plus or minus 1. And here we have x squared minus 4 equals 0. X squared 4 square root of x squared is equal to 4x squared, which is equal to x plus or minus 2. Or you're supposed to add the plus or minus here from the square root. We're going to do it, so sure. And you get the solution here. These are the points where x cannot be equal to 0. We can do that, or we can do these before we simplify further to to have solve for 0 for each of these, but that would have been faster. So here we have x, so it will be 1, x is 1, x is -2, -1, my bad, -1, x is equal to 2, and x is equal to -2. Okay, and here I'll rewrite it down, right here, with red this time. Yeah. I wrote the plus x cannot equal to plus or minus 1 and plus or minus 2. That's the solution. The simplification and the variables when it cannot equal to x. Okay. This process, you can do it for either multiplication, division, but when you do the division, when you're dividing two functions, just do the reciprocal to multiply. So you can do this right. I'll erase right now. Yeah. This is called the difference of squares. Yeah. If you want to do more research on it, you can. Difference of squares. I'm gonna erase everything. And just start talking about the binomial theorem for a bit. Yeah, but yeah, honestly, I'll just sit down, talk about it. Yeah. The binomial theorem. It's a cool thing. Yeah, before you do the binomial theorem, you have to learn Pascal's triangle. But honestly, I don't remember how to do Pascal's triangle. Like how to get the solutions off, like mathematically. Like I memorized how to do it a bit, but yeah. The question for today is 1 an odd number, or is it an even number, or is it neither? To be honest, I don't know if there's 1 odd. Let's check it out. It should be odd, but I haven't really checked it out. It is 1 an odd number. Yeah, it's an odd number since it's not divisible by 2. Technically it is, but it has to give you an integer to be considered odd. Yeah. My life is going good. I think I failed my physics test last week. I was really sad about it, but I overcame it. Yeah, I have a 90 in my class, or 80, 89 or 88 for the class, even that I failed the test, for the physics exam. I have 2 more exams before the final, so I'm just gonna lock in. I'm gonna do some practice problems, because yesterday I was struggling with the homework or 2 days ago I was struggling with the homework for projectile motion, and oh my god, I hate that the class is in the morning. It's like at 8, and I have to wake up at 8, And I'm pretty sure the day before did not sleep properly. But that's my fault. I should prioritize my sleep. I don't know what I was doing actually. I think I was doing homework. I don't think so. I don't know. I think I was talking to people that day. Yeah, and I stayed up late. I think the latest I stay up is 2 a.m., but I tried to sleep before 12. To be honest, I'll sleep at 12 today because I have work tomorrow. And tomorrow it's Friday, so I have my physics class. Yeah. Physics is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm only taking 4 courses this semester, but yeah. Yeah, it hurts my soul that I got a 45 in the physics exam. But if you look at the good part, I know half of it. A little less than half. So that's a good thing. But I'm pretty sure I got messed up because of the word problems. I just was out of it because I'm pretty sure it was 2 hours of test, and I did not want to continue. Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna condition myself now to do practice balance. Gonna give myself a time. But before I do that, I'm probably gonna review this stuff or study, review or study, or learn this stuff properly. Because in my class, I'm going there passively, which is really bad of me to be doing. But yeah. So I'm looking ways to improve my academics here. But I want to be that academic weapon. But it's really hard with physics because it's such a time investment to do it for physics. Yeah, and that's the sad part about these classes because majority of my classes are time intensive. And I'm one person. I only have, let's do the math, 24. I wake up at 7 or 8. 8, and I'm trying to sleep before 12. Before 12. So 8, 4, 64 hours of the day. I'm stupid. I could have just subtracted 24 minus 8, which gives you 16. Does it? Yeah, it does. No. It does. I'm doubting myself in arithmetic. It is 16, yeah. 8 is multiple by 24 is divisible by 8 by 3, yeah. Yeah, so 1/3 of the day is sleeping. Sleeping 8 until 12, I'm pretty sure. That's 8 until 1. So 5 hours. 11 hours are left in the day. And I go eat for an hour. I just socialize there sometimes, or just eat for a while to take a break. I go to my dorm room or do something. Watch YouTube. Honestly, I'm gonna stop watching YouTube. I'm getting that brain rot. So annoying. Honestly, there's one channel that honestly I instantly got brain rot as soon as I watched it. So I want to watch it, but it's funny. But yeah. But I scroll a lot on YouTube. That's why I watch a bunch of YouTube shorts. Or just rewatch some videos, or just watch what I want. And I'm not doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing as a student. Yeah. as a student. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have that discipline. Yeah. Uh, so I'm working my way. Yeah. And I think I've been getting confident. A bit more confident recently. Like whenever I feel down, honestly, I just tell myself I'm like a little king of this world. Yeah, and that makes me feel a bit better. Yeah, I put myself. I'm not gonna be like I'm like the king and I'm entitled of everything. No, I just tell that to myself. But I try to show everyone the same amount of kindness as they show me. So not like they're disrespecting people. Yeah. So I'm courteous about it. Yeah. Yeah, but if I do need like a motivation, I like think about that. The Greenwich factor. Yeah. The Greenwich factor. Regulus, the owner of the Greenwich factor, which is called Lion's Heart or Little King. Or Regulus is. So I'm talking about ReZero here. We're gonna have our weekly rants of ReZero. Man, I love ReZero. It's like my only thing that makes me happy recently. So, yeah. Uh, yeah, that's like one of the biggest things that makes me happy. And my Cal 2 class, but sometimes I feel bad because I'm so tired and fatigued after like my two classes before because my second class, it feels like a drag sometimes, but I do like it. But I want to be doing things like I may read or something. But if I do read, I'll fall asleep. So there's a paradox there. I can never achieve the medium there. So and also physics, it goes on and you get tired doing physics. Also, I forgot today is Thursday, so yeah, tomorrow's Friday. That's good. Finally, I get to take a break this weekend for like one day. But I have work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. Not that bad, but Friday, oh my god, I think I'm working like 7 hours or 6. So hopefully I don't do something intensively active Friday. I was gonna go to the gym, but oh my god, honestly, the job feels like a workout. I'm like running all the time, so yeah. And right now, I've been trying to fix my diet as well, because I'm basically unhealthy right now. Like, uh, I'm not that bad, but I just want to do better things for my health. Yeah, because I was talking to from some people, and yeah, I need to preserve my body as much as I can. But if something happens, it happens. I'm not gonna deal with it, or I have to deal with it. But yeah, and another thing. I was gonna use, I was gonna use like brain rot vocabulary. Yeah, I was trying to raise somebody up, and it did not work out. But I wasn't really accepted. Like, I was sad, but for a bit, but I got over it because I knew I sent them a message, and man, I've excruciating a couple days. I had to wait for a response. So I said, oh well, this person is not interested in me. So, and yeah, and be helped. Not everyone likes you, and that's the sad part about life. You have to come in terms with it. But not everyone likes you. Yeah, because it bothers me because I want everyone to like me, but like me romantically or platonically, like either of the two. Yeah. So yeah, I was telling my I was gonna get I was wondering. Yeah, that didn't work out. Yeah, I don't know why. I like games. Yeah, I don't play, but some games that I haven't played is Kirby Deluxe for the DS because before I came to college, yes, I got me as a gift. Yes, it's not any. Yeah, because I was 18. I'll say the gift was like the best. I out play some things like so. Precalculus, um, emotional effect. I got like a letter for my birthday. That made me really happy. For 2 letters. It was 1 letter and more for content. That made me only. It was very awkward. Yeah, yeah. I can't because let's say I don't date anyone. My own thing was just my own. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I'm my own worst person. Yeah. I struggle from self-loathing and all that stuff. Yeah. I fall in the demographic of people that have depression and anxiety. So yeah, honestly, there was this thing that happened in my school. It's when people will come to tour the cafeteria. Oh my god! Honestly, I got sick when I got in. I I thought about even right now. I feel it in my body. It was bad because there were so many people, and I did not want to be the circus. Well, I did not want to be the clown of the circus there. So yeah, yeah, and I sometimes when I do have anxiety, that gets bad. It feels like hot water is sprayed in my back. Yeah, I have to check that out, honestly. Yeah, I don't mind being personal here, unless if someone gets like parasocial. But yeah, I'm aware of my flaws. Yeah, I'm a very flawed person, and honestly, I've been coming in terms of it more recently. The older I've got, I think that's what we call maturity. Yeah, maturity. Yeah, I've been getting a bit mature, but I'm not getting there. Yeah, I'm not mature enough to actually date someone seriously. Because honestly, it's really hard to date someone right now if I really wanted to. Because honestly, people think about it as like a casual date, like casually dating. I'm not going for casual. I'm going for serious dating. Like I want to marry that person by the end of my 3 years or 4 in college. If I do meet them, yeah, but my freshman year. But if not, man, it's whatever. It wasn't meant to be. But I don't decide people like I'm. I am delusional, but I'm aware of my delusionness. I just made up a word there, but yeah, I'm aware of my delusionalness. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, I'm just writing down the binomial theorem here. Yeah, but yeah, I am very delusional, so it's not good for me to date anyone. Honestly, I spelled theorem wrong. Honestly, it annoys me so much because I wish I know how to spell theorem. Yeah, I'm bad. I'm bad at spelling. That's why I picked math. Yeah, that's theorem. Oh, later. Oh, you said how to write it. Oh. But I, yes. It's, unlike that person I'm dating. My wife. I don't give treatment. Yeah. I'll explain it. I'll tell myself a bit more. Yeah. Binomial theorem. And by the way, yeah, I think I'll talk about questions this time. Um, I'm delusional. Already been hurt. First, second, ready to go uncomfortable. Honestly, truth. I had to like. I had to. It was bothering me, but my. Oh, you know, I don't want to be people to be thinking I'm a creep. I'm not, and I don't want to. It's like my people. My worst thing to happen. To have people. Some people that are straight and appreciate it because it's time they still time and there's no like happening there. Like basically. And I appreciate the people that told me yeah, the girl that did that to me told me that I made her uncomfortable. I had to confront her because I'm pretty sure I got blocked. But yeah, I talked about it in the first video. Yeah. Uh, so that hurt me, and honestly, I've been doubting people here at school. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. I've been struggling with physics, life. You see the pattern? No, I'm joking. Nah, physics is nice. It's wonderful when you understand it. But yeah, this is math. I'm hello. I'm a math major. I'm an undecided math major yet, because I can't decide my degree yet until sophomore year. But they wait a whole year. But I'm thinking of taking linear algebra next semester. Honestly, I swear, if it overlaps with one of the physics classes, I don't know what I'm gonna do then. Yeah, I have to do something about it. Because I want to take both of them. I don't want to skip linear algebra. Because honestly, I find it very interesting. And it's in my school, it's considered an advanced writing class. Because you have to do proofs, you learn proofs in it. So it's really nice. Yeah. I've been trying to get into proofs, but me personally, I have not had time to read. And I'll show you the book that I have here. For proofs. show you something also, which shows my improvement in life, or I just document my life in a notebook. So here I have this book. I'll say I haven't had time reading it, but I got to page 4. Yeah, it was really impressive because I haven't read a book in a while. So yeah, I haven't read because physics takes so much time, and I'm still getting used to balancing my life. I've been going to the school's center, student center. Yeah, I've been trying to like use all my resources to uh, have a healthier life balance. Yeah, but it's a process, and I am willing to do it. Yeah, because I think it's good to start right now because I am applying to grad school in 4 years or less. Yeah, so I have to be doing things now that I have to mature quickly, basically, because I don't want to take a gap year, which I should, but I'm undecided yet about that. I still have like 4 years left. Yeah. If I do a gap year, I'll probably go to a private school and teach for a while. Only like 1 year or 2 semesters. Yeah, I'll teach high school. I'll try to get a job in high school for math, but I think it will be hard because you're gonna get attached to it, and oh my god. Honestly, I'm already thinking about it. Yeah, but yeah, I am. I wouldn't teach algebra. Algebra, I don't think I'm a good explainer. That's why algebra is really hard to explain. Or it's not hard to explain, but as you saw like a couple minutes ago, I went on a rant about calculus. So I'm scared of that occurring. So might as well teach calculus. Yeah. If not, if I'm teaching calculus, I'll go over some principles. Like the first week of school, I'll go over like algebra things that you have to learn. I'll make a list, like write down the list that you have to learn in algebra, like basic factoring, distribution. Uh, Honestly, I don't remember the thing that you have to do for square roots when you have a limit, but yeah, that's regardless of the point. Yeah, but yeah, those are important things that you have to learn. Conjugate rules. Yeah, it's conjugate rules for rational functions. Yeah, so you have to do that. Yeah, conjugate rules. Honestly, I don't know if I can still do them. I haven't done them in like years. And honestly, I'm pretty sure I forgot it like first week of school in high school, in my senior year when I was at AB. Yeah, this levels. Someone told me means please tell me in the comments. I do not means it's been me. It's like I don't know who's baby, and I tried to him up, and just been told that it's a guy player. I think look like from the end, and I'm assuming I was told able to get one as a gymnast. Uh, Girl name. Yeah, I don't know about motion. Please care of my book that I just read about some how I felt. Uh, I'll say I'll say I think I'm empathetic. Empathetic. I'm empathetic. Using the word properly. Uh, empath. And don't cry. It just makes me want. So yeah, the girl was like felt my face getting hot. When my face is cry, so or my eye like were up the like making the tears. Yeah, but I went to get water from the cafeteria because at the time I didn't have a water filter, so I was just drinking water from the cafeteria because the water anywhere else was like cyanide poisoning water, so I had to be careful. Well, it was not cyanide poisoning, but it tasted bad. I did not like the taste of the water here. So the cafeteria's water was like pretty good, like decent, not good, but decent. And with the water filter and the caf water, oh my god, it tastes like cold bottle water. Yeah. So yeah, I got myself like 3 cups of water. I gave her one. Well, I gave it to one of her friends, but yeah, yeah, because I think she was hyperventilating. So I think I've only hyperventilated once, and I just had a panic attack. That's why. Yeah, she was probably having a panic attack, to be honest. But yeah, gave her a cup of water and left. Then I went to the library. Oh, I went to leave my cups of water in the place where I was studying with the group, which I did not study much, but yeah, yeah. And I went to the library, and I ended up getting this book, yeah, the one I showed about elements of logic via numbers and sets. Yeah, I think it's a proofreading book, but I'm getting there. Eventually, I have to renew it. I have another book, How to Prove It. But yeah, that one is. I heard very good reviews on that one, so I think I'll return this one. Because honestly, I wanted to go to the library and check the math books. Because honestly, I like doing that. It makes me happy looking at the math books. Like looking at the arcade of books that we have for math and physics, math and science. It's so nice to see. It's so pleasant. But the sad part is it's only one shelf, only one shelf or 2 shelves, and it just makes me sad because there's so much math in this world that can be documented in books, and I don't think my school has them. So yeah, or unless if they do have them, and people just don't return them, and that's why we have like books missing. I don't know if we have books missing, but yeah, honestly, I don't know if people were taking out books, math books specifically. A bunch of people don't like math, so yeah. Yeah, and yeah, it was an entertaining week. I felt sick, physically and mentally sick. Well, I don't know about the mental stuff, but no, I'm delusional at the same time. So yeah, I don't. I think it cancels out. It's divide. The delusionalness is divided by the mental illness, so we just get one. Yeah, for that. But yeah, but yeah. I wouldn't date anyone. I was saying her. Ah, anyone. Still with a lot of myself. A very huge aspect of someone else. Like yourself first, and take that advice. Like it's like I'm doing a main right now. Main quest is going on. But I know myself eventually. something happens to me, but I'm not gonna talk about that. Yeah. Because that's cool. And I don't know how viable that would be for me to get someone or that settle. Yeah. I think of them with when I do like and I straightforward with them. Like, so I'm not tell me right now, but for right now, my plan is like to know them for 6 months. I'm not gonna be like trying to date them or something like that. Well, eventually I am, but before I do, I want to see if they're like a good person and a person that I know for sure I would like, yeah, and get to know them. Yeah, but that's something that I'm gonna write it down in this book, something about it. Yeah, like I'll write it word by word and practice my speech. I'll, I'll upload it here, to be honest. Yeah, but yeah, I'll upload the speech there on YouTube. On both the Nessie channel and the audio channel. Honestly, I've just been uploading videos on both channels because first video we got 1,000 views and I've never been that successful ever again. So it was a fluke. So I got an ego for that week, but yeah, the ego doesn't last that long. Yeah, but it was really nice seeing that many views after coming back. After like someone commented 3 years from uploading that channel, uploading something in that channel. So yeah, it was really nice. Uh, Most of my videos are privated, the old ones, because I was basically a child back then, and I was allowed by my parents to have the channel, so I had consent for it. Yeah, yeah, because my dad tried to do YouTube channel, make a YouTube channel, but I don't know how it went for him. I think he just got frustrated because he was doing tech repair. I'm pretty sure. Honestly, I don't remember. Yeah, but I think it was around the lines of tech repair. Yeah. Yeah, my dad is pretty talented, but it doesn't seem that those things transfer to me. So yeah, I'm joking. I think my dad is a good standard of a good person. He's a good person. Yeah. Like as a child, I did not like my dad, but after like I moved out, yeah, I was just being bad. I was a bad child. Yeah, that was the main reasoning. Yeah, but there was times that it was his fault, and honestly, what would you do if I was him? What would I do if I was him? So yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna have anything against him. Yeah, because I am a church child after all. So yeah, and he does treat my sister better than me. He's annoying, but uh, sometimes he does. But he does treat me good. My dad, yeah. There's been times where we had arguments or like fights about something. And, yeah, and my mom is just there. She loves me and everything. My dad also loves me and my sister. So I have a loving family, but um, I wouldn't call it dysfunctional, but it was kind of dysfunctional at one point. But I think it's gotten better since I moved out because I'm not there. But yeah, it's because I'm a person where like they would get mad at me because I would stay in my room, like because I'm an introvert. Uh, I'm an ambivert, honestly. To be honest, I like socializing, but I think I only have like one hour to socialize. So, but I'm mostly an introvert. I can be an extrovert, but like my introvertedness is like 70%, and like my extrovertedness is like 30%. So yeah, I cannot go like, hello, this is me, and no, I cannot do that. I cannot make myself a clown. Yeah, I don't want to be a jester, so yeah. Honestly, I thought of being a jester for Halloween, but I spend a lot of money this month, so I'm not gonna be spending money. Yeah, and probably after I get paid, reach my original bank account number, but I've been spending things. I've been buying things like I bought new shoes. Like I spent quite a hefty amount, honestly, but uh, honestly, I had good, like good. The shoes that I had before were the same brand. Yeah, I have Bessie's. Yeah, so I got white shoes this time because my other ones were black and they were horrible to be outside with because black absorbs light. Yeah, so honestly, I don't know if it's true, and I'm taking physics, so I'll eventually learn it. Yeah, about lights and optics. That's like my sophomore year. So if I do take physics too next semester, so yeah, yeah. Bunch of things in life they accumulate. Honestly, I like making these videos because, well, last video I didn't do this because I was explaining things, but it was nice to talk about my life because honestly, I'm like a ball. Life squeezed me, and that could just build up. I don't have what to talk about it, but I'm every week, so it's bi-weekly. I see them this week. I think it's my therapist, my psychiatrist. Yeah, so when it's just getting squeezed, and so it pulls. But I like to feel more better. Yeah, and this is quite cool. Yeah, so yeah, like just being sure about that. The week of the first 2 weeks that I died. Yeah, I died a lot. I'll mention all the ways I died via I got stabbed again, drill in the back. It was painful. My back. I don't really like putting my wall back on the wall anymore. So because I died because I was behind the wall and got stabbed. It was on my house in the dream. The person was burning my back. Yeah. Another one was I was linked to this girl. Yeah. This girl killed herself, and I died because of that. So our souls were linked. Yeah. So if she died, I died, and it was hard because I had to convince her not to kill herself in the dream. Yeah. I don't think this video is gonna be. My God. Yeah. So yeah, it was bad that dream. Yeah. I do think I did. I was able to convince her. Yeah. Honestly, it was a weird dream that one because for some reason I was. Yes, I remember now. So the dream was about this girl. She was smart, but like very. She was a bully basically. Then someone humiliated her, and she just got depressed and like that was like the last bit. And someone told her something because honestly, she got fat in the dream, or not fat, but she chunked up a bit, and someone told her that, and Almost that was like the last straw for her. So she killed herself, and I had to restart the dream. And I was there looking at her. Then I think I got mad at the girl that bullied her, because she was a bully. But honestly, it's Silent Voice just taught me, like, Silent Voice, the animated movie about the deaf girl, and Shoya and Shoko. Yeah, Shoya and Shoko. Um, it gives you perspective. That's one of the movies I recommend. I talked about it with my roommate. He hated it. Well, he did not hate it, but he did not like it, and I was like visually, like vividly upset about that fact. But uh, who knows? Yeah, and my depression at the time was like really bad when I watched it. So it was really nice watching the movie because it was about suicide. Yeah, but honestly, I never had the tendencies to kill myself. Yeah, I never had the idea. Well, I had the idea, but I wasn't gonna execute it. Yeah, I cared too much about the other people around me, so yeah, I took a very logical aspect about it. So yeah, who knew this video was gonna be deep? Yeah, but it's about the bully.